So right around 3 o'clock today, we received a call from what we believed was a person in distress. And we're working through that now. We're on the phone talking to mental health professionals to make sure that the person that contacted us has the resources he needs to have a good safety plan in place. We have the Sheriff's Department, and Major Wagner here is assisting with some of the resources from the Sheriff's Department, just to make sure that we have all of our bases covered. We hope that this is going to resolve shortly. We just need to confirm a couple more things with the person that we're communicating with and some of the mental health professionals that we're communicating with. But we're hoping this is going to resolve quickly. And I'll answer any questions if you got it.
So you have a team inside this home, or you're working, I guess,
Yep.
do you have the mental
Good
health
question.
professionals inside, or are you guys inside?
Good question. So we actually have some mental health professionals that we're communicating with. We have some mental health professionals that we're communicating with back at our command post. We have the street shut down on Idlewood, which is right across the street from where we are, between Poplar and Hunter's Lane. So that's shut down just out of an abundance of caution until we can get a good handle on things. But like I said, it looks like there may have been some communication issues between the resident that we're speaking with and a couple different mental health professionals. So we're just trying to work through that to make sure that everybody's safe.
Is there any threat to the public?
Well, that's a good question. We don't know at this time. When the call initially came in, that's why you see the abundance of police presence here in the neighborhood, because we didn't know. We're just beginning to ascertain if there's going to be a threat. We don't believe there is, but out of an abundance of caution, like I said, we had the road shut down. We did a notification to some residents in the neighborhood just to shelter in place until we get a good handle on things.
Were the mental health professionals speaking with this person and then they called you?
They are, initially there was a couple different, a mental health professional and potentially a medical professional had communicated. Some of the communication got misinterpreted, possibly, and back to the police department. So we're just trying to sort through that now. I'm just giving you a briefing just to kind of let you know where we are. So a lot of this is really fluid. It's active. And like I said, we're just trying to confirm all this information as we speak.
The person alone in the house?
We believe so, yes.
Any weapons inside?
Well, that's the thing. We're trying to confirm that. We don't know. Again, that's why we would shut a road down. We want to make sure that everybody is safe. The community, the person in the residence, the neighbors. We just want to make sure everybody's safe. So we're trying to confirm all that now.
And with something like this, I saw a couple officers with some larger rifles than what we would usually see at some scenes. So is a call like this, does that determine what an officer will carry?
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, again, we're walking into the unknown. Again, you had a medical professional, a mental health professional. They communicated. That communication got sent back to police. And so that's maybe where some confusion may be coming in. So we just want to de-escalate the situation and go back to normal here in the neighborhood.
Were there any threats that you're aware of that this person made?
Again, we're working through that now. We're not sure if it was a credible threat. We could say threat, but we need to make sure that it's a credible threat before we go any further than what we are. And we don't know if it was a credible threat.
Do you know if it's just that person in the house at this time?
We believe there's just one person in the house, and we're communicating with him now.
Can you tell? Can you give us a younger person, an older person?
I don't really have any of the specifics. I wish I did, but we just wanted to come out and give you the briefing now before anything changed, as much as we have.
Did the school go into lockdown?
What's that?
Did the school go into lockdown?
The Montessori school is down off of Idlewood Road, and out of an abundance of caution, we asked them to go into a lockout this time.
A lockout?
Lockout. So all the doors are locked. Nobody's going to be allowed into the school. And rather than discharge students from the Idlewood Road side, they'll be discharging them from the other side of the school.
Cool. I absolutely hate to do this, but
That's
our
right.
live view tanked out. Can you just repeat the beginnings?
Sure.
I'm sorry, your original call scene. I'm so sorry.
No, that's quite all right. So right around 3 o'clock, we got a call here in the neighborhood for a person that potentially may be in crisis. And again, there may be some communication issues between a medical professional, a mental health professional, and the police department. So we're trying to get that communication and talk to all the parties at one location to find out exactly what we have. We're really operating under the unknown right at this time. So just out of an abundance of caution, like I said, we shut the road down. The school went into a lockout, and we're trying to resolve this as quickly and as safely as possible for everybody here in the community.
Oh, what about the neighborhood, the actual neighborhood? Did you tell them to shelter in place?
We did. So again, out of an abundance of caution, a hyper reach went out to those homes on Idlewood Road between Hunter's Lane and Poplar Way. And some of the homes on the backside of Evandale as well.
And then the students from Montessori are getting dismissed from different...
Yeah, the school's actually working through that. I suggested that they just dismiss them from the Winton Road side.
Great.
Anything else?
First name?